Communication is at the heart of everything we do, but even with the best intentions, things can go hilariously wrong. From text messages gone awry to public announcements that didn't land quite as intended, the realm of communication is filled with moments that are both cringeworthy and laugh-out-loud funny. Let's dive into some of the most memorable communication fails. Autocorrect disasters. Autocorrect is a blessing, until it turns a harmless message into something embarrassing. We've all been there. You're texting in a rush, only to discover later that your phone's autocorrect has transformed your innocent message into something wildly inappropriate or absurd. Instead of texting your boss that you'll be meeting in the boardroom, you might have sent meeting in the boredom, or worse. Classic example. A text meant to say "I'm here for you" could easily morph into "I'm here for you," making you sound like an overeager pet instead of a supportive friend. Lost in translation. Language barriers and translation errors are ripe for communication fails. Whether it's a mistranslated restaurant menu or an incorrectly subtitled movie, these errors often lead to confusion and unintentional humor. A well-known example is a hotel sign that read, "Please leave your values at the front desk," when it meant to say, "Please leave your valuables at the front desk." Businesses trying to adapt slogans for international markets have also stumbled hilariously. For instance, when Pepsi introduced their slogan "Come Alive" with the Pepsi generation in China, it was translated as "Pepsi brings your ancestors back from the dead." Social media slip-ups. In the digital age, social media can be both a blessing and a curse. Countless brands and individuals have fallen victim to tweets and posts that were meant to be clever, but ended up backfiring spectacularly. Whether it's a tweet scheduled at an inopportune time or a hashtag that didn't quite resonate the way it was supposed to, these mistakes can quickly go viral for all the wrong reasons. One infamous example is when DiGiorno Pizza used the trending hashtag #YAStayed, which was related to stories of domestic abuse, to promote their pizza with the tweet, "You had pizza." The brand quickly apologized, but the damage and the cringe was done. Ever been given instructions that you completely misunderstood? Whether it's a poorly worded email or a vague verbal direction, these moments often result in hilarious outcomes. A common workplace fail happens when someone asks a colleague to print multiple copies of a document, only to find out that instead of 20 copies of one page, they've printed 20 copies of the entire 200-page report. Another classic is when a student is told to highlight important parts of a textbook and ends up highlighting nearly the entire book. Public speaking is nerve-wracking, and under pressure, even the most experienced speakers can slip up. From mispronouncing words to accidentally saying the wrong name or revealing too much personal information, these moments are often cringeworthy. A famous example occurred during the 2015 Miss Universe pageant when host Steve Harvey mistakenly announced the wrong winner. In a moment of sheer awkwardness, he had to correct himself and crown the actual winner after the runner-up had already begun celebrating. Relationships are fertile ground for communication fails, whether it's romantic, familial, or between friends. You might think you're being clear, but your partner might hear something entirely different. For example, saying "I'm fine" when you're clearly not is a classic miscommunication that can lead to confusion, frustration, or even a full-blown argument. Another common situation: someone means to send a flirty text to their significant other, but accidentally sends it to a group chat instead. Cue the mortified explanations and endless teasing. Sometimes words or phrases can have more than one interpretation, leading to awkward situations. This is especially true in marketing or advertising. For example, a bakery promoting freshly baked buns might unintentionally evoke imagery that distracts from the intended message. One notorious example is KFC's campaign in China, where their finger-licking good slogan was translated as "Eat your fingers off." Communication is tricky business, and these fails remind us that even the simplest messages can be misunderstood. Whether it's due to technology, language barriers, or just plain human error, these moments highlight the humor and awkwardness that arise when things don't go as planned. The next time you send a text, give a presentation, or post online, remember, clarity is key, but even if you slip up, at least it might make for a good laugh.